So towards the end of my high school, I realized I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life career-wise. Like, most of the jobs sounded really fucking boring and nothing made me feel passionate. I constantly thought to myself, if I ever ended up on a desk job, I would fucking end my life. So when it came time to choose a course in uni, I just autopiloted, chose some random course, and I went through it with my mind fucking off. But halfway through uni, COVID hits and it gives us some quote unquote free time. So I have to decide what I'm going to do with that, because I'm definitely not going to class. Now, I had been thinking about YouTube for many years now, and you know, at first it starts off like any other kid, right? Oh, I can't wait to become a rich ass YouTuber, drive Lamborghinis and all that shit. But you know, that stuff stopped to interest me. Those thoughts stopped to interest me, and I started to care more about like, oh, I really want to make videos. I would like to make a video about this topic, that topic. It started to interest me more on like an actual creative level. So when that free time in 2020 hits, I decide maybe it's time I give this shit a try. And surprise, surprise, I love making videos. It makes me feel passionate, it makes me feel fulfilled. But the thing I wasn't prepared for was the negative emotions that come along with that. Doing something you care about makes you very worried about failure. And for me, most of the stuff I was doing was like, what? School? Uni? You know, like, oh, you're about to fail this course? That's crazy. Oh, high school. Oh, you might not get through high school. Damn, I didn't care about that shit, honestly. So the thought of failing those things didn't scare me that much. So just as it was time for me to feel passionate about YouTube, it was time for me to confront failure. Entering 2021, I was on a downward spiral towards a deep, and I'm talking deep ass depression. You know, I was feeling a bit, I was feeling a little like, I was feeling like, as a person, you are a group of complex systems. You might not realize it, but the ability to open YouTube and watch this video is a fucking luxury brought to you by your emotions as well. Some people are not emotionally stable enough to do such a simple task, and something like depression can cause that. When you are depressed, it's hard to do anything. It's hard to keep your eyes open. It's hard to keep your eyes closed. It's hard to lift food up to your mouth. It's harder to get out of bed. It's harder to walk. It's harder to talk. It's harder to remember things. And this was all because I liked making fucking YouTube videos. When I hit rock bottom, I could tell, like, a depressed person knows they're depressed, okay? It's pretty obvious that you're in a whole different state of being. Even the colors look fucking different. You can tell. To this day, I have no idea what pulled me out of my depression. All I know is that when I did come out of it, I was ready to fail. I cared about YouTube less, which sounds bad, but was kind of the thing I needed. It got to the point where YouTube became a do or die thing for me, right? Like if I fail at YouTube, I'm just gonna sit on the street and rot. It was a kind of healthier outlook on YouTube and other things. A lot of things change once you come out of depression. If someone watching this is depressed right now, you have to reach out. It can be one of the hardest things to do. It can be painful, but you have to try and push through all of that. I mean, depression is already fucking daunting, and the fact that you've made it this far, no matter how long you've been dealing with it, is already fucking intense. So if you can take the step further, reach out, whether it be to a hotline or to someone you trust. It is always the best option to reach out. Alright, enough of that. Back to talking about me. Another thing that changed after I came out of my depression was I started dropping bangers. Secret Techniques, classic. The Problem with Midoriya, YouTube Hall of Fame. The Yasuke Review, No Way Home, but for YouTube videos. I had way more fun making videos this year. because of my change in mindset. I enjoyed everything from recording to editing to posting to interacting with some of you in the comment section. It's been a good time. So, you know, I can't complain about anything that's happened this year. And even better is that we finally hit 100 subscribers. And that's actually fucking amazing, you know. It's so, guys, but when you start YouTube, you have two wolves inside you, okay? The first wolf is like, we are going to become the greatest thing instantly. We're gonna get 1 million subscribers on day 1. By day 5, 10 billion people have subscribed. All that shit, you know. You're blowing up your ego just to make sure you feel good about what you're doing. And the second wolf is like, no one's gonna give a fuck. You're gonna get zero views, and that's all you're gonna get for the rest of your life. So Wolf 2 is kind of happy that we got 100 people to click subscribe and he think my content was worth coming back for. So kind of proud of myself for that. And thank you guys for subscribing. It's been interesting to see how people react to my content. Speaking of my content, I wanted to ask you guys what you thought of my videos this year. What were your favorite videos from me? What were your least enjoyed videos from me? I don't usually get too much feedback in my comments, and when I do, it's kind of
Send me a message first, yeah? I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the fucking brawl, come down Smethwick, ask for Danny G. I'll come out my house and I'll break your fucking legs, you little prick.
For myself, a few highlights are the secret techniques video, which was just so stupid and outlandish to the point that, like, even while editing it, I would chuckle at it and laugh at it. It was just fun to make. You're just done peeing and you want to ensure that you're clean, you have no residue, you know. What do you do? Wrong, super wrong. Get the fuck out, then turn around, come back in, because you need to learn, you sick fuck. And the Yasuke review, which I think just because of how long it took to make, I got emotionally attached. Like, after I posted that video, I kind of wish I didn't, because I got attached to just making that video every day or every week for at least 2 months. Clown in your show. Then you allowed Netflix to exploit the blackness to attract other black people who end up being disheartened by how you treated this person in this show. Not only did you allow your artwork to be used in a problematic way, the artwork itself and its portrayal of Yasuke was problematic. This is usually the part where Mr. YouTuber says, oh, I've got big things planned this year, but honestly, I don't. I just want to keep improving my channel bit by bit, and so far so good. I mean, look at our new channel icon. I'm lucky enough to have one of my closest friends be a really good artist, and I commissioned him to make some art for me. And seeing as well both big fans of Doro, he thought it was a really good idea to mash up my old channel icon with Kaiman from Doro, and it turned out really well. So I'll leave his socials in the description. Go check him out, go follow, and if he ever opens commissions, hire him once or twice, you know. And while we're on the subject of old friends, if you've been on my channel long enough, you've probably heard this voice.
Techniques, or tech for short, are strategies which are useful in certain situations one could find themselves in a fighting game. These pieces of tech usually take advantage of game mechanics or even glitches which exist in a fighting game and can allow players to pull off jaw-dropping or just absolutely absurd performances.
My good friend WalkingKing, who has voiced over and featured in a ton of my videos, is finally deciding to post videos of his own. If you are interested in fighting games and fighting game culture, go follow him. Go watch his recent video. It's very good and very well edited. Tell him I sent you. I would appreciate that. This year I just want to make more content, and that means also more collaborations. If you do ever want to collaborate with me, you can find me on Twitter here. Just DM me and we can work on stuff. I already have a few videos out with ZedAnime, which were really fun to make. You should go check those out as well. Everything in the description. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Hopefully I'll post something really soon. Have a good year. Bye.
two trucks having sex.